Hey Morgan! Hey there, welcome to our review of Universal Orlando's Endless Summer Dockside Inn and Suites. Is that right?
That's right.
It's the endless title for a hotel is what it is.
It certainly is.
A little background on us. We are recent empty nesters and we make these videos to show our daughter what we're up to. But we are theme park fanatics, we always have been. We've previously stayed at Universal hotels in the past. We stayed at the Cabana Bay, and then we've also stayed at the Royal Pacific, not the Royal Specific, which is what some people say.
Oh, do they?
Well, they're illiterate, but they're my friends, so I don't say anything.
Okay, your friends. My friends don't say that.
So let's get into it. This is our review of the Dockside Resort. So the Endless Summer Dockside Inn and Suites, which we will now refer to as only Dockside.
Yeah, because the name's too long.
Yeah, it's too long.
So the Dockside is a part of Universal Orlando's Endless Summer Resort, which includes a dockside and a surfside. Dockside is the largest of the two, but the only thing different between that one and the other one is like the theming.
They're very similar in terms of the amenities and all that sort of thing. So do you like driftwood? The Dockside is your spot. Do you like surfboards? Then Surfside is your spot. Other than that, basically the same. We stayed at the Dockside. Now, when you approach the hotel, it's contemporary, it's modern, with kind of a beach theme overlay. No extreme theming, I would say, but it's cool. In the center is the lobby, and then that lobby is flanked by two towers where your room would be. We stayed in Tower 1. Now, before we go inside, right to the left of the main entrance are the bus stops that you would take to the park and City Walk and all that stuff. That's important. We'll jump back to that a little later, but as you're walking in, you'll see the bus stops right to your left. Now, when you enter the lobby, to the right is your check-in.
Right.
It's your luggage services. It's Universal Vacation Services, where you get your tickets and stuff like that. And then to the left is a Starbucks. And the Starbucks always seem to be busy. I'll tell you that right off the bat. And then in the center, there was a nice little
seating area for people to wait while everybody's getting checked in.
Which you will do if you check in at the 3 o'clock hour. We probably waited, I wouldn't say quite an hour, but it was definitely more than a half an hour.
Yeah, definitely closer to an hour.
Yeah. Beyond the Starbucks, there is a bar, the Sunset Lounge. We did not partake of that bar, but it seemed like a nice little spot where you could have a little drinky drink. And then in the very back of the lobby is the Universal Studios store. And that you've got all your theme park souvenirs you could want, from Harry Potter to the Minions to Jurassic World Park, all those things, as well as, you know, anything that you might have left at home, whether it's, you know, toothpaste or
all the little sundries that you would normally expect.
Don't forget those things, but if you do, forget your deodorant.
Did I forget my deodorant?
You did forget your deodorant.
Oh, yeah.
You got to pay a premium.
Yeah, but I don't smell, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll tell you.
No comment.
So right off the lobby is the main eating area, Pier 8.
Not to be confused with Pier 1.
Right.
Although I do think the furniture is very similar in both places.
Yeah, you can say that.
There's a lot of driftwood in Pier 1. Pier 8 is the main dining food area in the hotel. It's your standard food court.
For like breakfast, they had like bagels and breakfast sandwiches and pancakes and waffles and bacon and all the
things
stuff
you'd expect.
that you want, like pretty standard stuff. And then for lunch, I think we walked around. They had sandwiches, burgers, chicken fingers, pizza, mac and cheese.
Salads. They also had chicken and waffles, which I suspect are the leftover waffles from breakfast. The only thing I noticed at dinner was that they had pasta options. Pretty standard fare across the board. It's good to grab something to eat and then maybe go to your next destination. If you're looking for a nice sit-down restaurant, maybe this isn't the place for you, but we talked about this. I don't necessarily have a big issue with this. There's so many dining, sit-down opportunities, whether it's at the other hotels or at the parks or City Walk, that to me it's not that big a deal. But overall, I think Pier 8 Food Market is a great space to grab something to eat and keep it moving and get on to your next adventure.
Yep.
So on our first day, we did grab some lunch at Pier 8. We got a couple salads and a pizza and some drinks because we wanted to have some lunch out by the pool, which the pool is huge.
Yeah, it's
gigantic.
Yeah.
Plenty of elbow room. You don't have to worry about swimming through any warm spots because people aren't that close to you. under 4 feet deep. So for those of us that are heightly challenged, perfect for your children and your small wives. And they have a bar there. It's the Oasis Beach Bar. They've got cocktails, wine, beer, frozen drinks, smoothies, and fountain drinks as well.
Right, and non-alcoholic cocktail combinations too.
Yeah. The one thing they don't have at that bar was food. We just went and grabbed food from Pier 8. I think the last thing I would say about the pool, plenty of seating.
Yes, I did like the seating because the chairs had umbrellas over, which was great.
And we really enjoyed our time out there. So outside of the pool, there is an arcade that was in our building as well. I do have Pac-Man fever from time to time. Not far from the arcade, there was also the gym. How did you like the gym?
I think the gym was a good size for the hotel. They had enough free weights. They had some strength training machines, treadmills, and I think there was an elliptical machine.
All the things you need to work off all that food you're gonna eat at the theme park.
Yeah, and if you're on any type of workout routine, you can get everything in with the equipment that they had there. So I was impressed with that.
But the ultimate workout, beyond the gym, would be going to the parks.
Of course.
So going to the parks is probably the main reason you're at this hotel. And the good thing about staying at a Universal hotel is you do get early admission. What you don't get at this resort, being a value resort, would be the complimentary express passes. So if the express passes and skipping the line is super important to you, that's something to consider. I kind of like the experience of the lines, seeing all the stories and all the fun things that are in the lines.
Yeah.
Now, getting to the parks is fairly straightforward. At this property, you have to take a bus. But we know we did find a little bit of a hack. So if you want quick on and quick off, whether it's first thing in the morning or after you've been dragging around the park all day, late at night, Tower 1 is closest to that bus stop. And if you're staying at Tower 1, there is one exit directly out of that building that dumps you right to the bus stop. Something to consider if you don't want to walk that extra 50 feet. Which, you know, I already did 10, 20,000 steps. I want to get right to bed. And speaking about getting back and forth to your room, let's do a little room tour. That's what the kids call it, I think. A little room tour.
Kids call it, adults call it.
Fine. Last but not least, let's take a look at our room. Now, upon entering the room, you do have to put your key in the little slot near the front door to turn on some of the power in the room. So when you get in your room, if you have to go right to the bathroom, you got to put your little key card in there. Beyond that, though, as you enter the room, there's a mirror with some hooks on one side. On the other side, you've got a closet with a safe, and then the bathroom is right there as well. What did you think of the bathroom?
The bathroom had one sink, and since there were 3 of us, it was a little tight. Also, the shower toilet area was a little tight.
It was tight.
And I think if you have little ones that you are helping in the bathroom, that could be a little bit difficult to navigate.
Yeah. Fortunately, ours doesn't need so much help.
She has been potty trained for a while now.
Yeah,
so it's really good.
She's grown.
Yeah, she is good. Other than that, there was good storage.
Yeah, there's a closet there, but there is additional storage under the bed.
Yeah.
I think that's great because we were making multiple stops, so we weren't trying to unpack and put things in drawers. I mean,
I never put things in drawers.
The one thing I did notice when we walked in, though, that there was an odd smell when we first got there.
It was a little industrial, like it smelled a little like plastic, but Morgan had some room spray.
I don't remember smelling it again.
Yeah, I think it dissipated after that.
But beyond the bathroom and the closet, you did have the 2 double beds, which were great, and it had a cool little end table in between. The only thing I would point out, I feel like you should have a side table with outlets for your phone.
On both sides of the bed,
But I guess they serve many people with no friends and no loved ones.
Or people that don't share a double bed.
But beyond that, on the other side, there is a piece of furniture that holds the mini fridge. It's got some drawers if you're a psycho and you want to unpack. And then a little desk and like a little stool under that thing. And then you got the TV, you've got the coffee maker. And then to the right of that, there was a single chair and a little lamp. And then past that, obviously, was the big old window, which that was the show sealer. That was very nice.
That was nice, yeah.
The only thing I would say about the seating in it, you had the single timeout chair, I guess. And then the little stool from kindergarten. Yeah. We ate some food up in the room one evening, and we struggled to kind of figure out like where to eat it.
A little table would have been nice to eat if you have your laptop, if you need to do any work, something a little more
substantial.
Yeah,
a little more substantial. Yeah. So overall, I thought the room was nice.
It was a
It
nice
was clean. The decor was fun. The view was awesome.
View was nice.
There were no deal breakers that I would never want to go back there again. Small bathroom, single sink, limited seating were probably the only downsides. The room was a little small, but I prefer my pockets to be a little bigger. Right. So that serves that purpose. So if you're looking for an inexpensive option to stay at the resort, this is a perfectly great option.
It is.
All right, so final thoughts on the Endless Summer Dockside Inn and Suites would be to shorten the name.
Shorten it, yeah. Dockside.
Yeah, for sure. But overall, like we said, the room was very nice, definitely served its purpose, and it's a great option for a value resort. The amenities there, I think the highlights are the pool.
And the Starbucks.
And the Starbucks, for sure. Starbucks is always a plus for folks. The gym seemed pretty good for you.
The gym is good.
I think the only downside, I would say, if there's any negative, not really negative, but something to consider would be the limited food options. You've just got the food court, but again, you're at Universal Orlando and there's probably a dozen or two restaurants within like a 15-minute bus ride.
Right.
You got plenty of options there. We really liked it. It's a great option if you want to be close to the parks, but at the same time, save a couple dollars so you could spend it on, Harry Potter wands and robes and things like that.
Because you're gonna need it.
Yeah. Those things ain't cheap.
No, sir.
Harry will get you every time. Every damn time. Well, that was our Dockside review and room tour. I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a like, maybe share it, maybe comment on it. If you want to see the larger video of us at the parks and in our adventure in Orlando, both at Universal and Disney, you can check out those videos on our channel as well. And, let us know what your thoughts are of this resort. If you've been there, what do you like, what you don't like, what are your favorite resorts at Universal? We'd love to know. And with that, we will see you the next time we leave the nest.
Yes. Bye.
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 Bye.